Marvel Infinity released with a lot of bugs. While this is to be expected of any game, MI has been in development for 3 years, so to release and say that it did was somewhat of a disappointment. The bugs weren't game breaking, but they definitely turned some people away from the game. I don't doubt that the MI devs will fix the bugs in their game, as they seem to be very talented, but when you claim your game is going to kill other Marvel games on the platform, this is not the first impression you want people to have. To make it clear, the problem with the traversal isn't the function of the traversal itself. Well, besides sprinting, but more on that in a second. But in terms of flying and web slinging, they work fine and aren't bad at all. So good job to the team on those ends. However, in MI, in order to progress, you need to talk to these NPCs and select one of the tasks, and then find a location where you complete those requirements. Here's the issue though. For one, you have to keep repeating this process over and over. And if you aren't a character that can fly or web sling or has super speed, this gets tedious. The sprinting mechanic is horrible in my opinion. Having to turn your camera while holding down the sprint key doesn't feel good. Black Widow and Hawkeye have grappling, which is slightly better, but it's still pretty slow. I would suggest giving these type of characters a vehicle that doesn't cost 5k Robux to get around the map better and faster. Now back to progression. As of right now, Marvel Infinity is just a straight up bandit beater, as you do the same quest over and over until you hit a certain amount of credits / cash to buy or upgrade a character. Also, would it kill you to let us get out the save zone faster? Like, come on. Why does it take me 7 seconds to get out of here? Please. Now, this topic, I feel like it depends on the player. I guess you can say it about all these topics, but anyways. To me, the combat doesn't feel enjoyable. Now, granted, the moves do look nice, but the combat doesn't feel fluid. It feels limited in a sense. Let me explain. As Hawkeye, the only thing you could really do is just shoot arrows. I mean, obviously, that's what he does. But I feel like he should have more types of arrows, like maybe one arrow should trap players, or I don't know, just anything but what he has now. The only thing he has now is a regular arrow, an exploding arrow. Maybe they can add like an auto tracking arrow, something. He needs more. And more importantly, he needs some kind of melee. And this goes for like almost all the characters. The game feels like it focuses on making every character ranged. Besides like Groot and Hulk. Captain America just throws his shield and hammer and uses lightning. His M1 is just the same boring attack with no variety, but it's like why can't I do that? Now, I applaud them for giving Black Widow some kind of M1 at least, but I feel like there needs to be more physical and up-close attacks. Iron Man is another example of bad combat. Not only does he lack the ability to dodge like some characters, which forces you to fly and shoot, but flying takes stamina, and you know what Iron Man does when he lands? The superhero pose that leaves you vulnerable to attack. It needs to be changed. Please, redo this. When making any game that has PvP, it'll never be balanced. But at least most devs attempt to make it seem balanced in a sense. When it comes to Marvel Infinity, it feels like there is none. Now, no game is perfect when it comes to balancing, In fact, there's a lot of games on the platform with terrible balancing, but MarvelInfinity definitely takes one of the top spots when it comes to this. And for anyone saying that this game is supposed to be balanced, let me show you something. Now, if you notice in the screenshot, Byron did say in one of those screenshots that the game was accurate. Okay, here's the issue. A game can be balanced and accurate at the same time. It's kind of contradictory if you think about it. Let's put this in DC terms for a minute. You can't make a balanced and accurate DC game because Superman would win almost every fight if Kryptonite isn't involved. Okay, like a 1v1 situation, he's killing Batman every time, no plot armor. I don't want to hear it. I think my main problem with the balancing in this game is that people like me who just want to come in and play as their favorite hero can't really do that. Iron Man and Captain America fans can't hop in this game and beat Wanda or Gila, or you can't. And you can forget about trying to be the Thanos player. Fan favorite Spider-Man, 600 Robux. Overpowered Scarlet Witch, 850 Robux. The only vehicle in the game, which is the Quinjet, 1,200 Robux. New character being released after 3 weeks with no updates, 1,650 Robux. And not to mention, it will go on sale after a while, so buy now or wait another 3 weeks for a new character. Even some characters that aren't Game Pass characters are Game Pass characters. For example, to get Captain Marvel, these are the requirements. First, you have to beat 100 bandits in order to get 10,000 shield credits to unlock Asgard. Once you're in Asgard, you have to find Odin's Rune. Seems simple enough, right? Well, once you find Odin's Rune, you have to pay 200 Robux to get into Odin's Rune. And after doing all of that, you think you would get the character, right? Wrong again. From here, you have two choices. You can either A, beat 400 more bandits to unlock Captain Marvel, or B, pay 1,250 additional Robux to instantly unlock her. You see, the problem here is that most of the fan favorites or just straight up good characters are behind a paywall or just take a ridiculous amount of grinding to attain. The devs also love using FOMO to get more players to buy the game passes, which in my opinion isn't a good strategy for a dying game. The game just simply has way too many paywalls. All the powerful characters cost Robux. Thanos, Wanda, MOM Wanda, Captain Marvel, they can't be beaten by any of the free characters. It's just not possible. Like, they have more health, bigger attacks, stronger attacks. All of their abilities are busted. It's not even close. Last but not least, the controversy. I feel like this was one of, if not the biggest factor in the failure of this game. For those of you that aren't aware, many other Marvel developers on the platform banded together to bring to light that MarvelInfinity had stolen their assets. Now, one dev accusing you is one thing, but there is no way that 6 to 12 devs are coming together to say that you stole their assets. And then we look at the evidence. If you're not biased, it is basically undeniable. And here's the thing, right? When these devs go to their communities and tell them what you've done, yes, most people probably won't care, but there will be those people that won't give your game a chance because of what you've done, and rightfully so. Stealing other developers' work without their permission is inexcusable, and then continuing to deny that you have, even with the evidence being clear as day, is even worse. It shows your character. Byron and the MarvelInfinity development team should own up to this instead of lying to the community, because I know for a fact that they wouldn't appreciate their hard work and beautiful maps being stolen and used in their competitors' game. If you want to learn more about the stealing accusations, I'll put the link to the Discord in the description. These are my main reasons on why I think MarvelInfinity won't be as good. That's all I got. Thank you for watching the video this far. It took me a while to make this video. This is my first. I was gonna make this video a while back in like February, and it's May now, so yeah. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing, leave a like, and maybe I'll make more videos. Thanks.